shoulders pinned to the mat, get out here now.
Main event time here. Ernie Rich better get out of the ring. Ace Rockwell has selected Todd Sexton to be Chad Parham's opponent. You have got to be freaking kidding me. This guy has retired. He came out of retirement at Season's Beatings. He couldn't quite get the job done, although they did raise his hand in victory at Season's Beatings. He knows he's not in the same class. This man is a scam artist. This man is pathetic. And tonight, he's going to finally learn that. He's supposed to be retired.
Ace Rockwell coming out with the unseen hand for Chad Parham, bringing up one-time Chad Parham's best friend, the technician, Todd Sexton, coming out now.
But he's in there with technical perfection, Chad Parham. He's in there. You know what? First of all, Todd Sexton was supposed to be retired. It was over a year ago that this man couldn't get the job done in an Anarchy heavyweight title match, putting his career on the line. He should have been gone, finished, kaput.
Well, you saw he came back, like you said, at Season's Beatings. He did get his hand raised at Season's Beatings, and hopefully tonight, here in the NWA Arena, Todd Sexton will have his hand raised again and finally be able to achieve to win his very first NWA Anarchy Heavyweight Championship.
Oh, but what's he going to do? Is he going to take it to play shuffleboard? This man's retired. He should be in some retirement community somewhere. Come on, Chad.
Chad Parham now rolling to the outside of the ring, trying to start mind games with the technician, Todd Sexton. Todd Sexton now starting chase on the outside, a little bit of rope-a-dope, unfortunately. Parham off the rope, step over, going back and forth. There's a drop toe hold.
It's setting in that Sexton stretch, and Chad Parham is just a couple, I mean, he's a little, just far enough away from the ropes where he can't reach it. But you know something?
Your brain would explode right now if Chad Parham was forced to tap.
I'd quit.
You'd quit? If Chad Parham lost the belt, you'd quit?
If Chad Parham lost the Anarchy Heavyweight Championship to Todd Sexton, I would quit.
I'm going to hold you to that. Come on, Todd. We've hopefully once and for all, we're going to get JJ out of here. Me and Greg Hunter both can live in peace here in the NWA Arena. No more listening to your stupid little remarks and your catty little calls on every little nitpicking thing. Finally, we can all go to bed and rest well at night. No more JJ. Come on, Todd. I know you can do it. Muster up the power within your heart, and you can take down Chad Parham, and hopefully Chad Parham's going to leave with you.
No, you don't understand. I didn't say I would quit. I didn't say I'd quit Anarchy. I just said I'd quit. I mean, you know, it can mean a lot of things. Like I would quit girls. Maybe I would quit.
You'd quit girls?
Todd Sexton just caught the boot from Chad Parham. And Todd, now, you know what? I'll say one nice thing about Todd Sexton. They don't call him the technician for nothing.
Absolutely not. See, a whole range of submission holds being applied here by Sexton on Chad Parham. The champion right now looks to be in trouble, but instinctively wraps his feet around the bottom rope to break up the hold.
See, you just don't understand. Chad Parham is in a whole nother class than Todd Sexton. Todd Sexton has had one match in 14 months. This is match number 2.
This is very true. There's got to be some ring rust there.
He's dusty. He's rusty. Some people say he's musty. But that notwithstanding, he has control in this match. However, I totally believe that Chad Parham is just luring him into a false sense of security.
Todd Sexton walking the ropes and dropping a leg right on that same arm he's been working on for this entire contest. Here in the opening going, and there's a deep arm drag, holds on to it, and continues to work on the arm. Now you've got to think, if Chad Parham's arms are hurting so bad he can barely move them, you know he was going to be unable to lift Todd Sexton up to hit that pile driver. That's Todd Sexton's game plan right now. Take out the pile driver, and you take out Chad Parham.
But you got to remember one other thing, too. Chad Parham has other weapons in his arsenal. Yes, you may take away the pile driver, but the move that won him his first Anarchy Heavyweight Championship was the double stomp.
Absolutely.
And you know what? You don't need arms to double stomp. In fact, that gimp we seen last week, Jeff Jameson, could do a double stomp, and he has one hand.
You're heartless. I can't believe this. Sexton now continuing to work on that arm of Chad Parham. Referee Brent Wiley checking in, making sure Parham's shoulders are not down on the mat. Parham able to roll through, able to get back up to his knees now instead of on top of his back. Slowly get back up to a vertical base as Sexton reaches over, comes up. Big clothesline, go for the pin. Wiley goes down. 2 count only. Parham able to get that right shoulder up. This has just been a complete mat-based technical game being brought on by Todd Sexton here this evening. And you know, Chad Parham must have been preparing for Slim J. He had no idea that Ace Rockwell would go and bring out Todd Sexton to challenge him for that belt.
You know, all I hear is this blah, blah, blah. Todd Sexton, Chad Parham was doing this, Chad Parham was doing that. You don't understand. Chad Parham can kill 2 stones with 1 bird.
Kill 2 stones with 1 bird.
Absolutely right. That's Chad fact number 87.
Oh, so, well, I'm glad that you decided to bring out your Chad facts, that Chad has brought out his propaganda that he likes to spew forth, and you're just a pawn getting to read everything off on air. That's just fine and dandy like sour candy. See, I can rhyme too, just like you were doing earlier about Todd Sexton.
Do you know Chad Parham has a place in African-American history?
And what is that? Do tell.
Rosa Parks refused to give up her seat because she was saving it for Chad Parham.
Wow. Remarkable. There's a knee right to the back of the head of Todd Sexton. The tide seems to be turning as technical perfection. Chad Parham has now gained the upper hand on the challenger, the technician, Todd Sexton.
And gaining some feeling back in that arm, and right now wrenching in on that neck, that injured neck of Todd Sexton's. He's injured it once before. He's going right back to it. And you got to know he's going to set him up for that pile driver. And, you know, let's just hope that maybe he'll pile drive Todd's head right through the mat so we'll never have to see his ugly mug again. How about that one?
Yeah, you're quite clever there. Brent Wiley checking in Todd.
Stick around a while. You might learn something.
One could only hope. Todd Sexton on the ground, clenching at his neck now. You're right. That injured neck of Todd Sexton is the game plan of technical perfection. Chad Parham, neck breaker right there on the floor. Now, fans, you're seeing here at home, we don't have any fancy pads here. And that floor just broke the fall of Todd Sexton, and quite possibly later on could break his neck.
Well, we can only hope.
Could only hope. Why would you wish for a man who has a family to have his neck broken? You disgust me. Parham now illegally choking Todd Sexton on that top rope. Referee Brent Wiley breaking up the hold. Insecurity catches Todd Sexton right in the back of the head.
Well, he broke it. That size, you know what? Chad Parham wears the size 11.5 shoe. So that was an 11.5 shoe to the back of the head of one Todd Sexton.
Todd Sexton's limp body now being dragged by the champion, Chad Parham, into the center of the ring. Parham now going for the cover. Does not hook the leg, which enables Sexton to be able to kick out. But unfortunately, that kick out is also jarring the neck of Sexton.
And right now, that size 11.5 on the back of the neck. This won't do, you know, this is not going to do any wonders for his neck. He's going to definitely need a chiropractor after this one. Maybe he'll take a part of the wellness program. Maybe he'll take a part of the, what's that program that they have, you know, where they send you away and you have a new identity and we never see you again?
The Witness Protection Program?
Yes.
There we go.
Todd Sexton needs to join the Witness Protection Program.
Unbelievable. Todd Sexton looking worse for wear right now. His neck has been injured by Chad Parham, still clenching at every moment in his neck.
I thought you were talking about retirement made him out of shape.
Chad with velocity coming off that second turnbuckle, once again pounding away at the neck of the challenger, Todd Sexton. 2 count only, still unable to keep Todd Sexton down.
Todd Sexton was a great wrestler in his day. He's been a tag team champion in other places. He's held titles. He is the technician. However, he's got to realize time has passed him by. He lost a retirement match. He hasn't done this. The neck is hurting. The body is hurting, and now both men are down.
Both men just collide right in the center of the ring. Referee Brent Wiley checking in on both men and starting the count. If these two men do not answer the 10 count, then this will be a double count out, I believe. See both men still down on the mat. Chad Parham with his injured arm tucked into his side. Todd Sexton with his injured neck as he's grabbing a hold of it. Parham is now up.
That means he's minus one arm, though. I mean, he only has one arm. If you're using one hand to hold your neck, that means you've only got one arm. You can't defend yourself.
So right now they're pretty much even then. Look at the power of Chad Parham holding up Todd Sexton up into the air with that vertical suplex. Chad yelling that he's the greatest champ.
Well, he is.
Nip up. And there's a nip up from Todd Sexton. Chad Parham does not see it. Atomic drop. Sexton into the ropes. There's a big clothesline. Back elbow drop. Todd Sexton is fired up.
Well, Todd Sexton trained at the Texas Wrestling Academy right there, Samoan drop. Todd Sexton did train at the Texas Wrestling Academy, a student of Shawn Michaels, and I mean, it shows in his technical prowess. It shows in his skills in the ring. However, like I said, the man's been retired. He's had one match over the last 14 months. This is the second one, and right now making a huge mistake going to the top rope. I mean, he's leaving that neck wide open.
He most certainly is. He's unfortunately had to waste a little bit of time still grabbing a hold of his neck. This is most certainly bothering him. And this does not look good as Chad Parham takes the upper hand and just slaying Sexton like a rag doll off of the top rope.
And there, there was a whiplash effect to the neck, so it did a little bit more damage than just the initial impact. And going for that senton, but Todd Sexton wisely getting the knees up, but the neck still bothering him.
Sexton now scooping the legs, hooking it in. Could this be the sharpshooter? Can he somehow find the way to get Chad Parham to turn over? The crowd is throwing behind Sexton. Can he do it? He does. He steps completely over. The sharpshooter is applied. Referee Brent Wiley is checking in. Will Chad Parham give up? Will Todd Sexton walk out of the NWA arena as the new champion?
But you see, Todd Sexton's working every muscle in his body, including his back and his neck, just putting a little bit, if not just a little bit of pressure on that neck. And as you see, going right back forward again. I mean, when you're standing up at that kind of base and you're squat over and you're leaning your back in, the way you got to tighten it up for the sharpshooter, it is putting pressure and shooting pain through the neck. So that right there may have been detrimental to him and very unnecessary. But right here's a move that doesn't require any neck power at all.
Absolutely. Todd Sexton setting up for his patented super kick. Chad Parham ducks, holds him up, electric chair, no victory roll. Chad Parham is flat on the back, 2 count only. Todd Sexton that time able to kick out. Both men are very dazed and confused. Roll up by Sexton. And kick out by Parham.
These two men very familiar with each other. They've been enemies, they've been friends, they've been partners. 2 count only there by Todd Sexton. They know each other very well. But one thing about Todd Sexton and Chad Parham, it's always been about respect.
Absolutely. Both men now trying to go for the backslide. Which man has enough strength to be able to pull the other one over? Is it Parham? Is it Sexton? Parham now flipping over. There's a kick to the midsection. And that does not look good because evidently Chad Parham now is setting up for that vicious pile driver. No reversal. Right into the Fujiwara armbar and into the Sexton stretch. Sexton stretch right in the middle of the ring. Chad Parham, will he tap? Referee Brent Wiley's in position. He's too far away from the ropes to grab a hold.
Chad Parham doesn't tap. He's not going to tap here, and the crowd is calling for it.
But certainly is. I guarantee you, Chad Parham does not tap. It's not one of your chat facts that's on your sheet there, JJ.
No, but I know that Chad Parham doesn't tap.
This crowd all together chanting tap, tap, tap. They want Todd Sexton to beat the champion. They want Chad Parham to lose and end his arrogance and cockiness once and for all.
They want running water, but they're not going to get it. And they're not going to get Chad Parham tapping out here tonight in the NWA arena.
They made Chad Parham right now looks worse for wear. He's starting to fade out.
Wait a minute.
No, he's got a hold of his eyes, it looks like. Chad Parham, the only way to break the hold, he raked the eyes of Todd Sexton.
And smart maneuvering there, raking the eyes, but also putting a little bit of pressure on Todd Sexton. Sexton's back up, going right for it again.
Sexton trying to use his body weight. What is that? Chad Parham just rolls down referee Brent Wiley, and a low blow. Brent Wiley did not see it because he was trying to get back up.
I'm sorry, I missed that. I had something in my eye.
How did you miss that? You were sitting right here next to me. You're watching the exact same match that I am. And Chad Parham now hits the pile driver. I can't believe this. Low blow. Ref didn't see it. You saw it. You know it. And Chad Parham retains.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner